Welcome. We are your hosts, Chris and Tammy.
In this podcast, we dive into the mindset for networking strategies and skills you'll need to build a solid foundation to build a global business.
We've built a multi-million-dollar business and have mentored thousands of people around the globe in the last 25 years. Your list is your lifeline. I highly recommend that you organize yourself, not just to have a written list on a piece of paper. That's old school. It's okay to do this, but today, dealing with a document that can be lost, to start searching, it's a lot easier to index someone through a database electronically than searching alphabetically order, with your books. As you know, sometimes you may run out of space with a certain letter. You know what I'm talking about. So it's important to have a database of everybody you're actually in contact with, people that might have turned down the opportunity. Maybe they were a customer once upon a time, they got off the product. And I'm telling you that there's something that's really, there's a huge difference between the professional and the amateur when it comes to this kind of business. And we'll talk about that a little bit later, but I highly recommend that you find yourself an engine. So something that's really important to keep in mind is to always have a written list and accumulate that list. And again, you're looking for people that are ambitious, people that love a challenge, people that are proactive, especially with their health, people who love helping people who love to lead, people who loves to travel, people who want to make money, whatever the situation may be. You want to make a contact list and accumulate that list. And because there's a no today, doesn't mean it's going to be a no tomorrow. So accumulate your list. Your list is your lifeline. It's like liquid gold. So as you make contact, and whenever there's birthdays, celebrations, it's easy to, today we hear it all the time, especially if you're in contact with them, you add them to your Facebook contacts. You're also friends. You get notified when it's their birthdays. There is so many opportunity for you to maintain a relationship with the people that you will, and we'll come back to that in a minute when it comes to Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok and so forth. But one thing that's important is start accumulating your list. Don't just dismiss a name because there was no interest. I'm telling you, the money is in the follow-up. And it could be 2-3 years from now, but it's not you're waiting 2-3 years, right? It just happens that 2-3 years from now, something occurs that just happens to fit the profile for that particular person if you keep in touch and in contact with them.
And I like to create names for my lists. I like to put diamond lists. It's all about setting the right mindset on building your business. So put diamond lists. It'll encourage you to increase. And as you can see here, professionals are always adding to the list. And that's your goal, is to keep adding to the list. And once you start talking to people, you end up getting more connections through those people. You start thinking about people and things start to trigger for you to start adding more names. So always have that list available. So and when it's in your mind, please write it down. If you've got your phone, there's a note section in your phones. Write their name down. And make sure you do this, because we are so busy beings. We all know that our thoughts, they come and go so quickly. So write them down so you don't forget.
So the greatest things about being your own boss, folks, is you have complete control. And I cannot stress this enough. And the thing is that you don't want to, something that I know Tammy and I have done often is we make a contact. And I know today I'm a lot more proactive with this, but if, I used to put a name on a piece of paper, I would take that piece of paper, stick it in my pocket, and end up on my flight or whatever. By the time we're there, the piece of paper just disappeared. The contact is, oh my God. So what is very, very important is be very, very diligent with your contact list, and don't put things tomorrow, right? If you have a contact and a name, immediately now, I'm telling you, immediately, I put the name. In fact, in real time, I put the name in my contact list, and right away, I use the board, and I will send them a quick little thing. If it's on Celgivity, whatever it is that we might have talked that triggered the interest for him or her, wanted to stay in touch, I will send them something really quickly. And then from there, they have it. And then I confirm that we're connected. So this is something is that you don't want to wait until you get to your destination or do it later. I'm telling you, do it in real time. This is one of the great benefit with our technology today. And at first, it may be a little foreign if you're not used to your technology. You're not used to just practice. I mean, take it on a piece of paper if it's better for you, because you may not be used to type it in with your thumb on your phone. But the moment you're in an area where you have 5 minutes, take that information and put it in your phone immediately. Do not wait till later. So this is really, really important. I'm telling you, there are some people that you come across in your life, and if you only knew the lifeline of what would have happened if that contact would actually been properly followed through and followed up, I should say, and followed through, that how it would have impacted your business. Imagine if you had access to that crystal ball and be able to see all of that. Unfortunately, we don't have that. This is where it's important to constantly keep track of every single bump that comes along the way that you want to take advantage of and be able to stay in touch with. So your contact list is extremely, extremely important. And the fact is, you can impact people's lives significantly. So if someone says, you know what, send that to me next week, or I'll have time next week. What I do when someone just does something like that, and then this goes back to the prospecting and the follow up and so forth. But just very quickly, I tell this person, says, is it okay for me to call you back? It's a week from now, it's an eternity. And often people laugh because they know, right? They know, like, a week from now, you forgot my name. So I says, why don't I call you back a week from now? Let me send you the information again, and let's go from there. This is how I handle it. For me, it's a response of about no more than 24 to 48 hours. Things as next week, in my experience, I've never signed up anybody in my life that asked me to follow up with them in a week from now. I'm not saying it doesn't happen. In my case, it's always been people that we follow up within 12 to 24 hours, making the initial contact. Doesn't mean they sign up right away, but the relationship has been built and has been solidified from the point of reference of 24 to 48 hours.